Hello, so we are starting with photoelectric tachometer. Now, photo means something which is having light. Electric means I would like to tell you about electric is electric measurement. Okay, there is some kind of electric measurement of light. Okay, and you already know tachometer is used to measure the angular velocity. So when you are going to measure the angular velocity by using some electrical means, okay, and with the help of a light, then that kind of tachometer is called as photoelectric tachometer. One more thing that I would like to add is it is digital type. Digital type matlab you don't have to work on conversion from analog to digital, direct analog to digital conversion. Okay, simple. This is very important. Now, before proceeding forward, I'd like to give you all the things that are there. This is the system. This is the shaft which is connected to the system. This is my disk. Okay, this disk is opaque. Okay, and it is also having some holes, you can see. So this disk is having some holes. Now here I forgot to add this. Here will be, suppose there will be some bulb. Okay, so here will be bulb, you can say light source. On one side of the disk there will be light source. On another side of the disk will be, you can say, this will be light sensor. Okay, this will sense the light. One more thing that is very important is this sensing of light, whatever is the light that is sensed, that will be converted into pulses. That will be converted into pulses with the help of, you can see these two arrows. So this is nothing but my electric counter. Okay, this will actually convert the signal of light into some kind of pulses with the help of this counter. That will actually count, okay, how many pulses are there. Simple as that. So what will happen, as simple as that, when the bulb will be on this part which is solid, there will be no passing of light. Okay, for solid section, okay, of disk, no light. Okay, so when there is no light passing, automatically no sensing, correct? And when there is no sensing, automatically no you can say pulses generation. Okay, no pulses generated. Simple as that. Okay, but when it passes through this opaque, you can see I have drawn this arrow, automatically light will pass through this source. So when the light will pass through this source, similar to the other type that we are going to do in the next topic, when the light will pass, okay, for, you can say, hollow section of disk, what will happen is light pass hota hai, so there will be light passing. So when the light will pass, there will be sensing of light by the light sensor. Okay, I'm trying to write it in rough, and there will be pulse generated. Okay, so this pulse generated will actually tell you what is the speed of the shaft. How it will tell you? Let n be the speed of the shaft in RPM, or you can even say RPS. That will also do. Speed of shaft in RPS. Let, you can say, like if I want to write, let n, small n, be the number of holes. Okay, or I can write h. That will be better to differentiate between n and small n. Let h be the number of holes. As simple as that. Now there is one more thing. If you can see, one thing is speed of the shaft, second is number of holes. Okay, speed of the shaft you have written in RPN, RPS. One more thing that will come into consideration is, as simple as that, number of pulses that are generated. Okay, number of pulses that are generated. This is very important to understand. Number of pulses generated per second. Why I'm saying per second? Because this kinds of tachometer are used when the speed RPM or speed of the shaft is more than 1000 RPM. So when it is more than 1000 RPM, revolutions per minute, you can actually see how many, will be the revolutions per second. If for RPM it is 1000, you can actually visualize what it will be for RPS. Okay, and there are so many holes. Okay, then so many holes will pass. through 1 second. So we need to find number of pulses per second. How many pulses are generated per second by the electric counter? As simple as that. Okay. This is very important for us to know. Now, if I know all these things, now I can find the speed of the shaft will be equal to number of pulses. Let it be denoted by P upon number of holes. Okay. So automatically this is in number, this is in revolution per second. So automatically, this is in per second. So automatically what you'll get is number of holes, speed of the shaft in RPS, okay, with the help of pulses and number of holes. So this is P by H. Now you know this is in RPS. Now if I want to convert it into RPM, since this is per second, this value. So what I have to do, 60 second and 60. So this will become minute. So automatically N in RPM, speed of the shaft in RPM, standard form will be 60P divided by H. Okay, this will be now in RPM. Okay, so I think you have understood till here. Now we'll just put something more. What will be that something? I'll just put the advantage and disadvantage for you. I'll just put it in simple terms. You just have to remember it. One of the advantages, no analog to digital conversion. Okay, direct output is obtained, because when you are able to actually use the pulses and number of holes, and that electric counter will actually convert the pulses automatically into RPM of the shaft. Okay. Now I'll just put the advantage again. No analog to digital conversion. Okay. First thing, advantage. No analog to digital conversion required. Simple. Next is, you can say number of holes are fixed. Correct? If number of holes are fixed, speed of the shaft, N of the shaft, will be proportional to what is remaining is frequency of pulses. Correct? So this is also important. So this makes the circuit very, very, very simple. Okay. Now you can even say that the pulses are constant. Okay. Why I'm saying the pulses are constant? Because the hole size is constant. So if the hole size is constant, the light that will flow out of this will have some equal magnitude that will go to the light sensor. So automatically the pulses that are generated, since they are at equidistance, and first they are at equidistance also, and secondly the light that passes through that is also equal. Okay, so automatically the pulses that will be generated will be constant. Okay, so if the pulses are constant, you don't have to use any rectifier or diodes. You can directly tell that this makes electronic circuit very simple. Simple electronic circuitry, I'll write. Okay. Now, if I have to state any disadvantage, one of the major disadvantages, see, it is very beneficial because one more thing is no can be used at places for advantage where contact of tachometer with the shaft is not possible. Nice, because it is contactless. Okay, where contact of tachometer with shaft is less possible. You can directly install this thing. Okay, you don't have to go inside, just like in tachometer. Okay, so what you can do is you can install it at places. Okay. One more thing that I would like to add about disadvantages. One of the disadvantages, light source need to be replaced. I'm telling you about disadvantage. So light source replacement. Okay. After 50,000 hours, so whatever the light that we use here is actually very efficient, but still it need to be replaced after 50,000 hours of usage. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you understood about digital tachometer. This first type was photoelectric tachometer. Okay.